So back in the mid-70s, I was 12 years old. And in the news, I remember there was something called a brain drain going from Canada to the United States. And it was centered around medical doctors, and I'm sure scientists and other professions were affected. But in Canada, the controversy was that we were losing a lot of our doctors to America. And I asked my dad about this, and he basically just told me that they paid more down there. There was a lot more of them, and they paid a lot more money, which was true. He didn't tell me why, but of course the why is because your system's run differently. Ours is run by the government and paid for by taxes, and yours is a commercial enterprise which is responsible to shareholders and expected to profit. So it was a big topic back then, and it happened. I'm sure it's been happening ever since. Excuse me. But there is a reverse brain drain going on right now, and I'm making this video because I suspect it's something that the American news maybe isn't covering at all. Let me know. But right now, Canada is experiencing a reverse brain drain from the United States to Canada. Doctors, business people, businesses, and scientists are wanting to return or move to Canada from the United States because of the political climate down there. And the States has had a bit of a war on science, probably since 2016. Might have started before that, but in 2016 your president was a climate denier, so there's that. I'm sure the doctors in the States with ethics can't be happy about the rolling back of environmental regulations in your country, which is just polluting your land and water more than it is. We do get stories up here about the condition of your water in certain towns. Canada's immigration policy has tightened up. We hear a lot about America's immigration policy. That's your government seems to be driven by immigration policy. And we have also tightened ours up. But our immigration policies aren't racially motivated. That may sound like a harsh statement, but from outside looking in, there's no denying that the U.S. immigration policy is not racially motivated. I'm sorry. That's just a fact. The reduction in our immigration numbers, and you probably well know that Canada is a very accepting society. Our reduction in numbers has nothing to do with race and everything to do with a housing shortage in Canada. And our Prime Minister has promised to build, baby, build, so we can solve our housing problem, so then we can accept more new Canadians into our country. This video is just to put out there something that is happening to you Americans that you may not be hearing about. I know your media seems to be, they seem to pick and choose what they tell you sometimes. And one last point I'd just like to make about your media is there is two sides in the States, right and left, right and wrong, and that's a problem. But I'll leave that for another video. But the reverse brain drain is real. You guys are losing some smart people to Canada and the rest of the world. Like I said, we are tightening up our immigration regulations, but we're still letting smart people in. Take care.